We had a wonderful, relaxing, simple Christmas. Just being together, having a big breakfast. Had a wonderful time. And I hope you did too. Today we're going to be making a beautiful mushroom sauce. We're going to be starting with these are just some baby billy mushrooms. You can see how dirty they are. I will be washing them with just a tea towel. Some people will run water over them and put them in a salad spinner. You can wash them any way you choose. And I'm going to cut my mushrooms up. I'm going to slice them up. The whole mushroom, I'm not going to waste any of it. All of it has a good taste to it. The stems have a good woody taste to it, so I cut them up too. So let's get started on our beautiful mushroom sauce. So, like for most good sauces, what you want to start with is a base. So what we got here in my pan, my saute pan here, is I've got 2 tablespoons of butter. This is salted butter, but you can use unsalted if you prefer. And we're going to be sauteing a medium chopped up onion. Now, use whatever onion that you like or what's in your pantry. I went to my pantry and I was out of my Vidalias, but I did have purple onions, so that's what I'm using. So what we're going to do is just saute our onions. Medium diced up onion. If an onion is too stout for you, some people can't eat very many onions, but this will cook down, and as you saute your onions, it brings out the sugars in your onion, so that does help. But some people will use shallots because they're a little bit of a calmer onion. And I'm just going to put about a teaspoon of salt. We're going to let this saute down till they just get kind of translucent. I don't want to caramelize them at this point because I'm going to be adding my mushrooms to it, and the mushrooms have to cook a little bit too. So we just want to cook the onions down just till they're starting to turn clear and translucent. Now, I know a lot of people are trying to get away from the cream of mushroom, cream of chicken soap, all them canned up condensed soaps. You know, I've got a video. It was one of my first videos that I put out within that first year of being on YouTube. And it's how to make your own, you know, cream of chicken or cream of mushroom soup. And it was just how to make the base up. Once you make your powdered base up, it was just easy to throw it together from there. And I will put that link down below in my, but you can also use this as a cream of mushroom soup like too. If you're making, say, green bean casserole, which we don't make because we don't like it, but I tell you a really good way to make it is to make your mushroom sauce here like we're fixing to make. Take your fresh green beans or your store-bought fresh green beans and just either roast them in the oven with, you know, a little bit of olive oil and some garlic, salt and pepper, or saute them in a pan on your stove with the same ingredients, just till they just got a little bit of crisp to them, but still a little tender. That's the way I like them. And then you can take them out, put them on your platter, take your mushroom sauce, pour a little bit over them green beans, and then top it with your those onions, fried onion pieces. I forget what they're called now. But anyways, you know what I'm talking about because you use them on your green bean casserole. See, I don't even use them, so I can't remember what they're called. But anyways, it's a little fried onion rings that you get that you put on top of casseroles. And you don't bake it. You eat it that fresh. You know, it's just really good. So you just kind of upped your green bean casserole by doing it this way. And it's really good. So you can use this mushroom sauce in pretty much anything that you're going to be using cream of mushroom soup in. Tonight I'm going to be doing chicken with the mushroom sauce on it. Okay, our onions are starting to turn a little bit. Since I don't want them to get brown, I'm going to go ahead and add my mushrooms. Now, browning your mushrooms is not going to come too fast, because the first thing you got to do, because mushrooms absorb so much liquid, you're going to let them cook for a while. Let them saute and cook with your onions. I'm also going to put a little salt, some pepper, and I'm going to let these cook. Now, when you know that your mushrooms are getting close to being done, is you will pull your mushrooms back and you'll see that all the liquid has absorbed. And kind of like when you're cooking ground beef, when you start hearing the bottom of that pan kind of sizzle with your mushrooms, and your mushrooms are starting to brown a little bit, you know you're just about there. So we're going to let these cook about anywhere from probably 7 to 8 minutes. And then we'll come back and add a little bit of minced garlic. Mushrooms have been cooking around a little over 8 minutes, closer to 9 minutes. And if I pull that back, you can still see there's just a little bit of liquid in there. And, you know, a little bit's not going to hurt, because that's going to give this sauce a really good taste. So it's really totally up to you if you want to leave a little bit of this liquid in here on the bottom. It's not going to hurt anything. But I do like to really brown my mushrooms up for this sauce. But that's just totally up to you how you want to do it. Now, we're going to be adding a few more ingredients to it. So, me telling you that we need to, get the liquid absorbed, we're fixing to add a cup of water to it. Okay, so at this point, it is smelling wonderful in here. If you love the smell of mushrooms cooking, and you can see that most of the water has absorbed, and the mushrooms have been browning a little bit. So this is how I like to start my sauce, to really saute the mushrooms good. But if you wanted to keep that liquid, like I said, you can keep it. So we're going to add about 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. And I've got a half a teaspoon of dried thyme. And we're just going to let this cook for just 1 to 2 minutes, not very long. Can you imagine how good it smells in here? It just, between the mushroom, the earthy smell, and the garlic and the thyme, it just smells beautiful in here. Now we're fixing to add just a few more ingredients to this. We're not done yet. This is going to turn into a beautiful sauce here. Just no time flat. We're going to get this done. So just let this cook another 1 to 2 minutes, not much longer. Okay, I want to show y'all. Now, I buy these from Amazon, and I'll put the link down below in my description box, but I'm going to be using Then Bullion Mushroom. This is what I'm going to be using for the liquid in my sauce. This is mushroom Then Bullion. This is really, really good stuff. You need to be careful with how much salt that you put in the sauce, because this stuff is kind of salty. This is the vegetable Then Bullion. If you want to make it a vegetarian mushroom sauce, leave out the butter, the cream, and use this. It's really good stuff too. And also you can use the beef if you want it to have more of a beefy taste to your mushroom sauce. All of them are going to taste good. So, contradicting myself, I'm fixing to add some liquid back to our pan to make, our sauce. But at the end, we're also going to be adding a little bit of heavy cream. But right now, I'm going to be adding a whole cup of water. Now, at this point, instead of water, you could have added a cup of your homemade beef stock if you wanted to. So, now that I've got my water in here, we're going to add a tablespoon of this Better Than Bullion mushroom. This has such a beautiful, earthy, umami taste to it, which gives it that, I don't know, it's just got, when anything that you got that umami taste to it, just, I don't know, it's just so earthy tasting to me. So we're just going to let this cook for about 1 to 2 minutes, or you can let it simmer up to 5 minutes. Now, what you could have done before we added the water, you could have added about 2 tablespoons of flour to your mushrooms and then added the water, and that would have helped to thicken your sauce. I find that I don't need to use it because once you put your heavy cream at the end, it thickens up, and I don't like my sauce too thick. I like it to be creamy, but not thick. So at this point, we're just going to let it cook anywhere from 2 to 3 to 5 minutes. Just let it simmer. I can't begin to tell you how good my kitchen smells right now. Okay, I've just been letting this cook for just a couple minutes. And I'm going to pour in about a half a cup of heavy cream. So if you're trying to do this vegetarian, you wouldn't. You can use something like a non-dairy milk creamer. And then this will cook for a couple more minutes. Look how beautiful that is. A creamy mushroom sauce. And if you wanted to, and next time I make it, I'm going to double, maybe even triple my recipe so I can put quite a bit of it into the freezer. Now, I know some of y'all are probably going to ask me, Miss Lori, I'm going to add just a little bit of pepper to this. Can I can this? I wouldn't can it. But even up to the point of before you put the dairy in it, I wouldn't can it. But that's me. So I may not be the person to ask. I'm just telling you, I would not do it. But freezing it is a good way to keep it. And when you need either a sauce or something to put into a casserole instead of your cream of mushroom or cream of chicken or whatever, I'm gonna let it cook for just a little bit. For some reason, if it doesn't get as thick as you want, like I said, before you put the water in, you could have added a little bit of flour to the mushroom and let it cook for a minute, then added your water. Or at the end, make your slurry out of either a little bit of cornstarch or arrowroot and thicken it up a little bit. I myself don't want it too thick. Your heavy cream is going to help thicken it up a little bit. Mushroom sauce has been simmering for about 5 minutes, so I'm going to turn the heat off. I'm going to take out what I'm going to use for supper tonight. I'm going to let the rest of it cool down, and then we'll put it up in the freezer for later use. The way I'm going to be doing my mushroom sauce here is, I know a lot of y'all have seen these. These are called super cubes. I was gifted these a couple years ago by my friend Laura, and I absolutely love these things. You can get all different sizes, shapes. I do love this one, especially for freezing bone broth in it. Each one of these is a cup, and so if you got several of these that you can stack up, it's a really neat way to freeze a lot of different things. And one of them is this mushroom sauce. So each one of these will have uh, 8 ounces in it. I'm not sure how much I'm going to get yet. But like I said, the next time I'm going to do this, I'm going to probably triple the recipe. I'll have to use a bigger saucepan, but that's okay. And even if I just get a couple of these, that'll be fine, because you can still put the lid on it and freeze it no matter how many of these you've got filled up. But I am going to keep some back, like I said, for my supper tonight to put on our chicken. This is some of the best mushroom sauce that I've ever ate, and it's so simple, y'all. So each one of these I can use in any kind of recipe that calls for either a cream of mushroom sauce or a cream of mushroom soup. It really doesn't matter. But I'm keeping some of it back. So I'm just going to put the lid on this and put it in the freezer. And when I need one of them for some reason or another, rice, potatoes, um, some hamburger steak, even maybe if you're blessed enough to get a ribeye or something, and put you some of this mushroom sauce on it. I mean, just about anything you can imagine it to be on. So there we go. There is a really delicious mushroom sauce that you can use in all different recipes. Okay, I want to show y'all how I'm going to be serving this mushroom sauce tonight. Told you I was going to do it with chicken. And this is just 2 chicken breasts that I had. I flattened them out and seasoned them with some Montreal chicken seasoning. You can also make this yourself, homemade. This is really good stuff. But I just got a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of butter in here. And I'm just going to kind of saute them on both sides. Just kind of, it won't take very long, about 6 minutes on each side till they're all the way, done through and through. This one will be done before this one will. This one's bigger. And it's just going to be that simple, but it's going to be so good. This is how I'm serving it over my chicken. We've got some mashed potatoes, some greens, and some pickled beets. So whether if you're eating chicken with mushroom sauce or a bowl of pinto beans with a big old pan of cornbread, we should always first give thanks for our food, for the blessings that we have, for the roof over our head and the ability to put this food on the table. We should give thanks to Him, because we know all good things come from our Lord. So I hope y'all have a beautiful week. Thank y'all for watching. And remember how much that we love y'all. But most of all, how much God loves you. And bye-bye for now. We'll see y'all in a few days.